Applying the 3P process of perceive, plan, and proceed to the goal setting. Perceiving a long-term goal, part 2 of 4. Perceiving a long-term goal means creating your long-term goal that has 3 elements: community, change, and cost. If you do not clearly perceive these 3 elements in your long-term goal, you should amend and revise your goal until you clearly perceive the elements of community, change, and cost. The community element means that your long-term goal is not only valuable and significant to you, but is also acceptable to the communities that you consider important in your life. The change element means a positive and concrete change to you, others, or your community through what you do or become. The cost element means that you have a basic understanding of the cost that is necessary to achieve the goal within the frameworks of various communities where the goal is to be achieved. In summary, your long-term goal should be valuable and significant to you as well as be acceptable to your communities, have a positive and concrete change, and have identifiable costs necessary to achieve it. If you're a Christian who wants to set a long-term goal, your perspective on these 3 elements of community, change, and cost should be based on the Bible. What does the Bible say about the community? Jesus assures his disciples, "And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age." Apostle Paul describes the union with Jesus. "I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I now live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me." Among many communities in the Bible, the most important community to consider when setting a long-term goal is the community of Jesus and you, the union that is formed when you become a born-again Christian. Since Jesus Christ, who is your Savior and the King, is with you and lives within you, your long-term goal should reflect, or at least not conflict with, what Jesus wants from you. What Jesus wants from you is a change in you, that you become a more loving person and that you learn from Jesus as his disciple. What does the Bible say about the change that Jesus wants in you? Jesus commands you to love God and the others. He answered, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your strength and with all your mind, and love your neighbor as yourself." Jesus invites you to learn from him and follow him as a disciple. "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. Whoever wants to be my disciple must deny themselves and take up their cross and follow me." As a Christian, you should set your long-term goal such that your goal should foster and not hinder the change Jesus wants in you, that you become a more loving person and that you learn from Jesus and follow him as his disciple. What does the Bible say about the cost that is necessary to accomplish your long-term goal? Jesus explains the cost as follows. Suppose one of you wants to build a tower. Won't you first sit down and estimate the cost to see if you have enough money to complete it? To estimate the cost, you need to have a basic understanding of what is required to achieve the long-term goal and identify the measurable cost necessary to achieve the goal. Without this understanding of the cost that is necessary to achieve your goal, you will not be able to make a specific plan for your goal, and your long-term goal will remain a vague and wishful thinking. If you're a Christian, your long-term goal should be aligned with what Jesus wants because of your union with Jesus, be conducive to your becoming a more loving person and a disciple of Jesus Christ, and have identifiable and measurable costs necessary to achieve it. You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. C.S. Lewis.